Hey all, Happy New Year. Welcome to Accounting 210. Same as last year, I'm going to do a few videos as we go through the course for stuff I think you might want to refer back to. So this is an intro video where I'm going to go over the course outline and some other things I think you should know. Might be a good reference to look back to every so often. I will see you in class Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, but here's an intro to start with. Thanks. So, course outline, just to highlight a few things in it that I think are useful to you. Class times, I'm assuming you all know. It will run same as Accounting 209. I will have scheduled classes where we'll go live and collaborate. So, show up if you can, or watch the recordings if you want. Description, really just a continuation of Accounting 209. I assume most of you bought 2 textbooks when you got an Accounting 209. This is volume 2 now, and essentially going through the liabilities and equity side of the balance sheet. It's a Mount Royal course as well for those of you pursuing BBA. Some of you are third year BBA student. Wiley Plus, you do need a gain. It will be the same as in the past. So if you go into, there's a folder here called Welcome and Course Outline and Web Links. There is a web link to the course flyer for Wiley with the course number that you can just link to, or if you search for my name, I think you can get through it that way. And if you bought the 2 textbook package in the fall, you should have another Wiley Plus card, which I exaggeratedly told you don't lose, so I hope you didn't lose it because it'll cost you money if you don't. And yeah, there'll be basically a Wiley assignment every chapter. Blackboard's where everything's going to be. Please go in there. The weighting's a little different than Accounting 209. We've got the chapter assignments for 10%, so that's Wiley Plus exclusively. I don't think I do anything else in this course. In this course, though, we're only going to have 1 midterm instead of 2, and we will have 3 quizzes during the term that are worth 5% each. The quizzes are on specific topics, so on a positive for you guys, you know exactly what you need to study, what resources you need to have available. On a negative, these are the more involved topics. So yeah, it'll be more detailed questions. They're relatively low weight though. They're 5% each, which, it hopefully keeps the stress level of the exam situation down, and that it's only worth 5% and it's on a specific topic. And it'll be for 1 hour, either at the beginning or at the end of a scheduled class time. So for those of you, I know some of you are working or dealing with childcare and typically doing this course mostly by reviewing recordings, you do need to be available for those 3 quizzes. And the time dates are in the outline tentatively, and I'll confirm them as we go. The assignment, there is a group assignment in this for groups of 2 or 3, and I'll get into that in a lot more detail here in a bit. The midterm, there is a midterm, and I did start a discussion on Blackboard, and I would really ask you guys, take a look at it, give it some thought. So in the discussions, here is my intro, and I would love for you guys to comment on it, but essentially the midterm is scheduled for this in the course outline for the week before the break, where I think typically students have every midterm exam in the week before the break. And as an instructor and as a student, I think there's advantages to that because you guys forget stuff when you go away for a week. But I'm more than happy to put the first midterm for the week after the break. And what I would do is I would cover 1 more chapter. Essentially, we would cover all the material for the exam up to the break. After the break, we'll have 1 review class on the Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'd have the midterm on the Thursday, Friday. So truly up to you guys. It's a midterm, so I kind of have some flexibility to do what I want as compared to the final where I really can't do anything about it. So I'm open to suggestions. I'm more than happy to leave it for a week and add 1 more chapter. Post your thoughts, please. And that midterm's worth 25%, and the final exam worth 40. The exams are going to be the same as Accounting 209, and I think you guys are getting used to it, and certainly the performance on the exam was better over time. It'll be in Excel, it'll be a bunch of problems, numerical questions to go through, and do some calculations, do some journal entries. Group assignment. I think I'll do a separate video specifically for the assignment to walk through. Grading is grading, midterm, misconduct. I am going to talk about plagiarism here in a little more detail in a bit. Important dates. We do get a week off, middle of February, so that's an important thing. Not that we can do anything. Unless you're a politician, you really can't travel anywhere. And then finals. So here's a tentative outline of the topics and the timing. So as it sits right now, I've got the midterm scheduled here after we complete chapter 16. If the consensus is we want to move it, I would cover chapter 17, earnings per share, in this week, and then we'd bump the midterm to the week following. And the quiz dates, well, certainly the weeks are in here. And I'll confirm dates as we get closer for those of you who need to book some time. I'm flexible, I don't care what section you're in, you just need to let me know if you're going to write with the other section. So if you're in the Tuesday, if you're in the Tuesday class, you can write Wednesday. If you're in the Wednesday class, you can write Tuesday. I just need to know. So I think that's it for the outline. Please let me know if you have any questions. I did want to talk about plagiarism a bit. I guess I don't want to, but I feel like I should. I would highlight this in big letters. It's good to collaborate, it's good to work with others, etc., etc., etc. But I would really caution you, do the exams by yourself. We did have 4 students in Accounting 209 who had some issues, and it's not something I want to deal with, and it's certainly not something they want to deal with. It's not worth it. And I mean, I struggle with the whys too. You guys are paying a lot of money to get an education. Get the education. Learn what you can and demonstrate what you know. Particularly those of you, and most of you indicated you're planning on completing a BBA and going on to CPA. You need this material. If you don't know this material, you're not going to get through the CPA exams. This isn't a, pick up this material, learn it for this course, and then forget it forever. You need this for a number of CPA courses, and certainly for the comprehensive final exam. And I think the temptation, if you're working with someone else, you may go in with great intentions to each do your own work and just kind of collaborate or consult or ask questions. But I think the temptation, when time's running out and you've got a question you don't have a clue how to do, the temptation to just grab someone else's and copy it is probably pretty high. So I'd really, really recommend do the exam by yourself. Avoid the temptation. Get the mark you deserve. It's not worth it to throw a plagiarism issue on your record. Study with someone else, work with someone else, work with others, collaborate, it's great. The assignment is a group project, work with others. But the exams, please, please, please do it by yourself. It's in your best interests. I think that was pretty much all I wanted to get to on this. I hope the course goes well for you. I think the fact that you're more used to learning in an online environment and I am more used to teaching in an online environment will help. Generally, students struggle with this course a little more than they do with Accounting 209. I find the grades typically are just a little bit lower, but hopefully getting used to online will help. And hopefully this will be our last online term, and then we can go back to normal schooling in the fall as you progress along to year 3 and 4. So thanks everybody. Again, I'm always available for questions, so just let me know. Thank you very much. Talk to you later. Sorry, ended that video just a little too quick. I wanted to add on just real quick. The classes will be in Collaborate again, which same as last time. So on the menu, there's a Collaborate or online classroom. Slight difference, I am not going to schedule them. I ran into some issues with scheduled sessions. So, when you go into a class, you just need to click on the course room and I'll be in there and it will be open. And I will record them and I'll have to label them this time. Whereas the scheduled ones, it gave you a time and a description. I will have to label. And to get into the recordings after, it's just through this menu here and click on recordings, and then you can pick out whichever one you want to see. I'm concerned someone on the student feedback made the comment that I should post the recordings of my classes, and I'm not sure if they were getting mixed up between classes or if they just didn't realize, but they are all there. They were all there for Accounting 209. They will be all here in Accounting 210, so you can watch now or you can watch later. Sorry, yeah, so that's it. I forgot that. Talk to you later.